not easy being green.
You make it look pretty easy.
No! Have you ever tried... Oh, God, it turned into like a retarded Arnold Schwarzenegger there for a second.
I'm here, do it
He's made of
now,
felt.
kill me.
I want the toy. I want it now. Give it to me.
I was break your spine. Oh, that turned.
No.
I want the John Cena. I want the John Cena action figure.
You can't have it. That's mine.
It's mine.
It is mine.
It's mine. That's my horse.
I guess it's
I want
your
that
horse.
cake.
I want
it! Want that cake?
Several quotes aside.
Dude, I watched that video like every day for
What?
the past 3 days.
Why?
Want that cake?
The animation or just him saying he wants the cake?
Just both of those.
It's the ritual of watching animations.
I watched a lot of Harry Partridge's stuff again recently.
Okay.
So, hey, he's got really good stuff. You know?
There's one animation that keeps popping up on Facebook for me, and I watch it every single time, and that is it's Zelda Link like trying to get the shield, and he doesn't have enough money, so he goes around the like entire city like breaking everybody's pots, and it's just Link in the most cartoony way I've ever seen him, but it's like a 3D model. So like every time he goes off screen, he just does like the Muppet like arms trailing behind him, and then like he like goes into this woman's store as she's putting the rupees in the fucking pots, and like just starts shoving them off the shelves.
I've never seen that.
Oh God! After this, you have to see it. It's
Okay.
It's such a weird version of Link, especially because it's not like the cartoon Link. It's or animated. It's a 3D model of Link that someone's just messing with the face in like all the best ways, and like it's all. There's no talking or anything.
Yeah.
It's pretty fantastic.
That sounds great.
Hit! Ha! Ha! Hit! Ha! Yes, Link, use your words.
Sound it out.
This is why Link is an orphan in every game.
Use phonics.
This is exactly. This is why Link is orphaned in every game. He never has his parents, because no one in this time period wants to deal with a child who can only go.
His parents never developed his speaking skills
Or sign language.
or sign language or anything.
So it's always his uncle or some other person, or he just lives by himself,
He
or
went
with
out for
his
a peck of
grandmother
herbs
who's dying.
and never came back.
Huh.
He went out for a peck of herbs and never came back.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my!
Wow.
I think there was supposed to be a Zelda where you're supposed to meet like his parents at one point. Like there's supposed to be an episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Heir parent? The last heir parent. Aang, I'm your last heir parent. And he loses the ability to speak.
No, he's just like, I'm your last heir parent. What? I'm your last heir parent.
And then wow, parrot. It becomes a sitcom after that.
I thought it was just like him at like age 40, just like.
Hey,
I'm
home.
I would say there was supposed to be an episode about his parents, as well as all these other things. Like there were a lot of episodes they never got around to making. Like they never completely explain. Even in Korra, they never completely explain Iroh's previous trip to the spirit world.
Yeah, that teaser at the end of Avatar.
And now they're making an entire new comic book series about Zuko's mom, which they've been like leading up to with every comic that they've made so far. And they're just now saying this one's about his mom. It's like, you keep saying that. Why hasn't it happened?
Because Mike DiMartino secretly has like a plan.
I guess Stan Lee is really looking forward to this new one, though. Like, he's even voiced interest, and I think it's a writer from Marvel is working on it with Dark Horse.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Avatar is so immensely popular, and it's such a creative and well-developed world.
I just imagine the creator just has like a secret bunker in the back of his house. Like, they'll never know.
Creators, too.
Oh, yeah, it's like co-creator.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
one's
yes.
Mike DiMartino, and I forget the other one's name. But, yeah.
But, yeah, it's such a cool show. It's mostly, I love the well-developed world. Maybe sometimes they don't have the best writing, but it's mostly, in my opinion, because they don't have the time. Like, they don't have enough episodes.
Then it's kind of a kid's show, so...
Korra?
Oh, no. Oh,
Yeah.
I was talking about Last Airbender.
I mean, the problem with Korra was it was so much more adult with deeper characters, but they didn't have enough time, like episodes and funding, to write all of those characters, have them talk all the time. Like there wasn't enough of them really developing sometimes. It happened too fast.
I watched that show and it made me want to go watch Cowboy Bebop again.
Good.
That's about it. That's I watched like a couple episodes of that show. I was like, I'm gonna go watch Cowboy Bebop.
I think Korra is immensely more beautiful than Airbender, in my personal opinion.
Korra is really good. Even from what I've seen, it's very fantastic.
It's beautiful. The first season is still great. It won a ton of awards.
I've only seen the first season all the way through.
Are you going to do an animation for that too?
No.
I would love to see your impression of that compared to Steven Universe.
Well, that's true. I could.
You should do an animation on like the fan bases, like how they act about like Avatar and just like.
I mean, like that's sort of what I did with the Steven Universe animation was I just looked at like there's memes and like videos and people.
Click the screen now. The link to Colin's animation.
Oh man, that's. Don't be mad. Don't expect anything if you click that link.
Yeah, it was made pretty quickly. You just showed up at the studio one day.
There's only a dead body at that.
Hey, look! You were just like, yeah, I made this a while ago.
I couldn't figure out how to export it. I got it.
It's The Legend of Colin. It's The Legend of Colin, a link to the dead body.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Whoa.
A link to... Now wait a second.
Now that's on the internet. That's on the internet now.
Oh.
A good friend will help you move furniture. A best friend will help you move a body. And now I think I know who you are.
You're a furniture
the body.
Guy. Oh. You're the couch.
Clearly I'm the couch.
All right. Hi, everybody. I am Robert Lauer. I am now a junior at the Cleveland Institute of Art for game design.
My name is Colin Wolf. I am also what he had said previously. Okay, now, let's not start that.
Didn't we have that in the other podcast? Hey, friend, we just talked about recording this.
Oh, wait.
I'm Steve.
Bonnie!
And go on, third person.
I'm Steve. No, I'm just playing you.
Oh,
My name's
Steven?
Will.
Steven!
Steven!
We're all Steven here.
Steven!
Even Steven.
Even Stevens. Oh!
I just high-five myself.
Dude!
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
Well.
You introduced yourself and then we instantly cut you off with laughter.
Yeah. Isn't that how it works?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the long and short of it is, my name is William Zender. I'm in game design. I am a senior currently at...
the place where we're all from, Cleveland Institute of Art. Nailed it.
I didn't know for a second. Okay, I forgot.
This is where we're from.
Time lapse.
Wait.
Temporal loop.
This isn't Digipen. What the f... Alright, I'm talking to my lawyer.
I've been bamboozled!
We were talking about something today, and I was like, I should have worn my DigiPen shirt.
It's like, it's because the labs weren't up to date.
Yeah,
I should have gone to DigiPen. That's what you said.
That'll show CIA. I'm kidding. I love CIA. Seeing how this is a CIA spot.
Yes.
Podcast.
No one's better than CIA.
The Central Intelligence Agency.
Yes. Cracking down on... What does CIA do again?
Something about American Dad.
Oh, yeah. Aliens, yes.
Yes. Aliens.
Awkward silence.
Well, that was a cold open.
All right, so yeah, we actually just started our semester.
Yes.
That wasn't a cold open. We don't have an open.
But there's no hot open.
So how can you have a cold open? That's like the places that say, "Oh, we only have medium and large cups." Doesn't work that way.
No, there was a ice cream place where they only had large milkshakes. It's just listed as large milkshake, $5, and it's like you can just say like the price and like the size. You don't have to say large.
I think they're just trying to emphasize the fact that there's a lot of milkshake.
Okay, maybe.
I mean, I'm cool with a lot of milkshake.
Me too.
So you can call it large, and you can call it small if they're ripping you off.
I like milkshakes.
My milkshakes. My frozen dairy treats attract all of the male species to my place of residence. That's correct. They are of higher value than yours. I could educate you on how to make them of better quality, but I would have to charge you a nominal fee.
This feels like something Neil deGrasse Tyson would put on his Tumblr or something.
I think I found that in the old days of MySpace. Like, it was just going around or something.
Fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Good old MySpace. I went to my profile because I was, like, high school, and, like, we found all the angsty pictures of me.
Oh,
I was
nice.
like, I wasn't really an angsty teen, but, like, all of my pictures are. Like, there's just a picture of me, like, shirtless and, like, with, like, an X-ray filter. And I'm just, like, glaring down with sunglasses, like, oh, look how edgy I am.
So much
I'm like
edge.
a Sonic the Hedgehog.
Edgy the
No.
Hedgehog over here.
Oh, God. I'm like, I could Knuckles your echidna.
Please don't.
What?
I had, so you guys were there for it, but so we had free ice cream on the like first day of school, and I got a Sonic the Hedgehog ice cream thing. But it wasn't actually Sonic the Hedgehog. It was my OC, Flonic the Hedgehog.
Hedgehog?
Yeah, and it was different because he wore a helmet.
Oh, okay.
Because I licked off all the quills. He wears a helmet because he's safe when he runs fast.
Oh my gosh.
And so I decided to put him all the way in my mouth.
Long story short, he deep-throated his OC.
Yeah, it was an ice cream pop that was at the like point where you can just like kind of put it in your mouth and like everything like that.
Someone said something funny, though.
Yeah, and well, someone said something, and I like yanked it out of like my mouth, but it slid off the stick, so I had like a giant thing of ice cream in my mouth, and it was just like I was choking on it. So I just started vomiting blue everywhere.
You were talking about the
vomiting, you're
console
just spitting
that
up,
your
wasn't it?
character's game could appear on. And I said the Sega Saturn would be like one of the hidden gems.
Yeah. And then it was like, oh, I didn't expect that shit to happen. Yeah, Sega slow.
Wow.
She's like, that didn't go as planned.
Sonic 06.
Oh, the processing was too blast.
Gotta go
Oh my god.
fast.
And it sucks because a lot of their consoles were like pretty revolutionary, but still crap. Oh my god, they're handheld.
Yeah.
That like,
They had a handheld?
yeah,
The brick you could murder a man with.
the brick you can murder men with, and it had like beautiful color graphics, but its battery life was crap.
Could you just like keep it plugged in, or did you have to change
It
the
was
batteries?
changing batteries.
Oh,
So
my
I think it was
gosh.
like it had a battery life of like less than 4 hours.
It did
or
have
something.
a charge thing though. Like you could-
Oh, okay, I had one of those. I had one of those for my Game Boy Advance.
but it was like the brick though.
Yeah. At least the Nintendo brick was a stylish Nintendo brick.
I mean, you didn't grow up with the Genesis like I did. You didn't have the Sega Megazord, as I called it.
I was gonna say like
Segazord.
you know we're the same age, right?
The Segazord.
Oh my god. Merge all the Sega consoles together and it makes like a Megatron like conglomerate. Ugh. Turns into a gun.
Oh my gosh.
You failed
Toaster.
me again, 32X.
Oh my god. And that's the Splatoon thing going on is transforming.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I don't know a thing, but you know what? I'm going Decepticon. I shot that toaster and I feel bad.
Gotta make it up to him.
I know. I made that post and someone yad it. I
Wait,
made the post of like why I carry a splatter. I shot the toaster. She blah blah.
Yeah.
Someone give me a yeah on me verse.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So Bobby, you recently got a Wii U.
Yes, like 3 days before school, and those are the only days I'll ever be able to play it.
So what game did you find very fun on that new console?
Oh, my favorite game. My favorite game is absolutely the what was it?
Jimmy
yeah, that
John's.
one. Jimmy John, the restaurant.
Jimmy John's sub simulator.
I'm actually.
You are the sub.
I am actually brain farting on what it is.
Splatoon.
Well, that's the game that's for real. I forgot the game I was going to make fun of.
Oh.
But Splatoon, yes.
Whoops. Let that
Splatoon
opportunity
is
fly.
amazing. It's the entire reason I bought a Wii U because it's like everything I would ever want to design in a game. Like I would have loved to be on that team because that is just like encapsulates my favorite things of game design. All the cosmetic items actually have value besides cosmetics. There's so much fun in unlocking all the abilities for them. The central hub isn't just a menu where you select which things you're going to. You can actually walk to the Battle Dome. And just the gameplay itself is a ton of fun.
Everything about that game is fantastic, except for the amiibo functionality, because you literally have to make a blood pact with Nintendo to get a hold of those.
Well, I was about to say, I was looking for the amiibos when I bought it, and I couldn't find one. I was sad, because most people play girls. Because the girls' Inklings just look so much better.
Yeah. My friend got one of the amiibos for the girl Inkling. He was able to, I think he ordered it.
Murdered?
He murdered someone for it.
He ambushed him Road Warrior style.
Yeah.
Saw that movie recently. He got it from Walmart or something. Like, he ordered it from Walmart's online store.
I was at Best Buy trying to find an AV to HDMI cable, and they didn't have it, and it was really upsetting. It's like, how you said you had it. You told me you had it. And I went in there, and they didn't have it. So I bought it. So I bought a Wii U, and it also has the Mario 3D World. But I'm not playing that by myself. I want to play that with people.
That's a co-op game.
Yeah, I mean, I can play it by myself, but I'm not going to have nearly as much nonsensical fun. Like, Kirby Superstar, as we've learned recently, isn't as fun by yourself. But when you play with two people and someone's a total asshole and keeps uncreating you and turning you into Kibble Jr., Sir Kibble. Yes. So I let Colin play his first Kirby game, which was Kirby Superstar.
Actually, Air Ride.
Oh,
Kirby Air Ride was my first one, but that's a different genre.
But I let him be player one because I kind of like being player two. It's silly, and I get to be something other than Kirby wearing hats.
It was silly.
Yeah, but you kept I was like, oh, I got my favorite power, Parasol. Look at me, and then he grabs some crappy power and throws it at me, and yay, I'm Sir Kibbles. And then I actually finally found out something when the little bandit guys who can actually kidnap me, if you get their power, I can be like Kirby and I can choose whatever power I want, which is amazing.
Until Colin throws another power at you.
Oh, no.
I think I died.
I stayed pretty cool with that one.
That one was too cool. He couldn't kill me, and then I died, and then I had to turn into something else, and there were no bandits.
I think I got the bandit again for you.
No, we ended when we found the jet thing and we were trying to get that treasure. We were on the Great Cave Offensive, and we were, of course, competing to see who could find the most treasures and attacking and beating each other up for them. But every time I got a treasure, it was worth something. You would get dime, 10 cents. Dud, 150 cents.
Bucket.
Yeah, and
and then you found 3 of the seasons.
Yeah, it's
summer,
winter, autumn. 250 million GP. It's just oh, cool. I finally beat you. Bucket.
And Alan's I just called you Alan.
Okay.
I just called you Alan.
Alan. No, that's someone completely different. Thank you,
that's
Alan.
Frank.
Oh. Yes.
Continue.
And then you just
So anyways, I was saying.
Oh my gosh.
And you was I have a dime.
You did it, and I just hand him Winter.
I give you a cheeseburger.
Yeah, and
I gladly pay you a Tuesday for a hamburger today.
God, he gave up Tuesday. It's only 6 days a week now.
That would suck.
That's gonna mess up the whole. That's gonna mess up all my future plans.
Yeah. I wrote it.
Oh, my birthday was on a Saturday. Now it's a Friday, or it's a Wednesday.
Shit.
Oh my god. But yeah, I played a crap ton of Splatoon in one day. Campaign is entertaining, but it's definitely an afterthought, of course. But each level is very specific, and it has a very specific feel to it. Each one has a gimmick, which is great. I love fighting the Octolings and the actual courses.
Are the Octolings out?
What do you mean Octolings out?
I thought
in the campaign you can fight against
them.
them.
Okay. I thought they...
Oh, play them?
Yeah.
No.
I thought
only Inklings. Octolings are gross.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, they have weird tentacles and ink and stuff. Gross.
But I absolutely love that game. I'm terrible with the roller, but
my friend loves the roller.
I'm amazing with I think it's the 32 gallon or something like that.
Have you tried the End Zapper?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's so fun.
I'm really good at offensive. Like I'll get a lot of kills, but I'm also good at covering territory. And I like playing with this one because I have a lot of boost in strength, and it's already a strong weapon.
I still have to get good at Splatoon. GG.
Good.
I got really good at it. Really, I don't know because I usually don't play console. I actually kept where you move the controller to aim,
Really?
and I like it actually. I've gotten used to it. You hate
People really insult the tablet controller.
it?
And it's actually a really cool
Especially,
thing.
I mean, I loved, I played this class because I love the call-in, like the nuke kind of thing, the ink strike.
Yeah.
25 kills straight.
That one works really well, because I'm great at, I'm great at killing people and then getting those up. But nothing sucks more than, like, about to activate it and someone kills you and then you just lose it.
Nintendo just fights this, like, antithesis war against, like, modern, like, games where it's all about the story and the narrative and everything, and it's just like, squid people play paintball.
Go.
Mario wants cake.
Did you hear about, like, the backstory, though?
Oh, yeah, that Mario was originally, or at one point was considered... Oh,
no, I mean for Splatoon.
Yes, I do not know, actually. I'm still unlocking the scrolls.
Oh, you don't...
No, go ahead,
The
I don't
turf
care.
war?
Okay, basically is, like... I don't know all the details, but, like... Basically,
Did you know?
Yeah. The oceans, like, they rose and wiped out humanity, and then, like, basically squids evolved into humanoid forms, and the cat that judges, the game is actually, like, an everlasting god deity or something like that.
Oh, that explains why he's always just sleeping there giving you nonsensical advice.
Yeah, so he's been around for, like, since the beginning of time or something like that. Don't quote me on this, by the way. I like, read an article.
Splatoon lore in a minute.
Yeah, there you go. Someone animate that.
Did you know that Judd is actually the cat half of Cat Dog painted white?
That's gross. He actually
Cat
absorbed
Dog in
dog.
general is gross. He gained his powers.
Now remember, Dog gets the suppository and Cat gets the pills.
Oh. Is that an actual thing from the show? Or
No, that was a Futurama joke and I loved it. It was just like this, like, dog on both sides, and it was like, remember, Rover gets the suppository and Rex gets the pills. It's just like, wait. I love that joke so much.
It's a good show.
Yeah. And also, this summer, Colin and I finally finished that super secret project that we were working on. That
we advertised quite a bit.
Kind of.
To take over the world.
We've recorded a podcast for it, but it's not quite up by the time that we're recording this.
Yes.
We're still fine-tuning a couple things, but it's called Hookshot Hub.
Hookshot Hub. Okay, you just, like, stuck your hand up and was just like... You went to 4. I didn't know. You were putting up fingers there. I wasn't sure which one we were going to.
I farted.
Oh, well.
Oh,
this
God,
is
we're
an enclosed
trapped.
area.
Don't worry, it's not going to be a bad one, I can tell.
Hookshot Hub!
It's like you can link.
Yes, we made a little flash game. It's one level. It's an endless runner kind of thing. But we really hope to develop it even further in the future and add all the stuff we wanted to.
Yeah.
You should play it.
Yeah,
Whenever it comes out.
Oh, yeah. Should we add a link?
We can't.
Well, I mean, like, once it comes out, we can change that.
Yeah, I can put it in the description or something.
Okay, yeah.
Ignore that part. Ignore me!
Good. Link in the description when it comes
Yeah!
out. Okay. Yeah. You can leave.
Ah!
Oh man, I didn't know Link was in the room.
Yeah! Yeah!
Oh god, you chopped my arm off.
Da 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 da!
Oh my gosh. Puts it in his knapsack. It's like Lonk. Cyanide Happiness.
Well, I love Link's Adventure, the second Zelda game. Like you find a baby and you like hold it over your head. It's like,
oh my gosh. You know, in Fallout 3, you can eat a baby.
Ooh. How do they? I mean.
Oh,
that's gross.
Yeah. Just have the cannibal perk. It's like essential to the mission, and you can just straight up eat it.
I'd eat a baby. I mean,
Anyways.
no. I would eat a dog. I love dogs, but I don't consider French bulldogs dogs. So if you can eat those,
I would go to a Chinese restaurant too.
yeah. my friend's cousin was stationed in Korea at one point.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and they were like leaving, and they didn't speak Korean, and they were leaving one day. So they went to this place they thought was a pet store. Go in and pick out a dog, and the guy's like, yeah, yes, and like he puts the dog on the counter, and they're like petting it and everything, and then he like moves it aside, like, you know, oh, okay, they're gonna put the collar on it, and he just chops the thing's head off. It's Korea. They eat dog there, especially like mainly the small ones. Like they don't typically eat like a Great Dane or things like that, like actual hunting dogs and stuff.
So they only eat the cute ones.
Yes,
Culture.
like your dog,
Everybody loves
Foxy.
Aww.
Foxy's adorable though.
She is so adorable.
She'd be delicious.
But she hates everyone. That's not our family.
It's I've found that cute dogs taste best. Mm-hmm.
You
Don't-
can leave.
Is it like
Whoa.
Highlander where you inherit the cuteness?
Mm-hmm.
What?
That's why I'm adorable.
You eat the dog, you inherit the cuteness of the dog.
You
I am-
inherited
I-
mana.
I am what I eat.
Eat my flesh.
That's how I know I'm human. What are you doing this evening, by the way?
Gotta catch a bus. Or
So
something.
yeah, so Colin and I were extremely busy. I was also working on another game, which is on my website, so I won't hide it. It was called Adrift, and then I found out about another game called Adrift, so I'm gonna change the name because I don't want that on my hands.
So coming out next year, A Drifting Through Space.
3D, the sequel to Adrift.
that
Except
never
not.
came out.
Adrift 3D 64.
So yeah, I put that on hold for a while to finish Hookshot Hobo because I didn't want to rush it and I didn't want to rush both games. I mainly just need to put the art together and do the level design, and that's finished. So expect that at some point.
Eventually.
Bring out the dancing lobsters.
Adrift and Knuckles.
Oh god. And how have you been, Will? The last podcast you were on was Wake for you
Wow.
when you were a panda, and he was super edgy.
Yes.
Super edgy guy.
The horror I've seen.
Oh god.
No, I've been alright. I've been busy with school and everything, so it's just we just started, so it's just
Yeah, tell me about the busy.
I can already tell it's going to be a busy year.
Oh yeah. We this semester we're doing game production, and I'm project lead. Colin here is our art lead.
That's me.
I'm essentially Bobby's Gary Oak.
Yeah, he's actually on an opposing team that we're actually competing for a special spot with a producer. So
And I'm all like, smell you later, Bobby.
so I just have to say this to you, Will. Good luck. Fuck you. What was it? I was telling someone a funny sex story. It was just like, don't worry,
Okay.
this is going someplace.
Oh, okay.
It was something I saw on a 4chan post thing, and it was like, so you're dating this girl for about three weeks, and she finally reveals to you that you walk into a room and she's dressed as Gardevoir from Pokemon, but it's all sexy and whatnot, and she says, I am actually super into having sex dressed as Pokemon, and she has 3 suits laid out for you, and it's like a Bulbasaur suit, sexy Bulbasaur. It's a sexy Squirtle and a sexy Charmander. And you're like, okay, I choose Charmander. And then your rival bursts in and is like, fine, I choose Squirtle.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. I think I have seen that actually.
Yeah, it's something is because I mean we're artists, but so I have like such a visual mind. And when I'm so picturing, like, and I was picturing me. I was picturing me and my girlfriend. And then suddenly Gary Oak, like, kicks down the door. I'm like, what the f...
Is Gary Oak your real rival?
Yes, actually.
Oh, okay.
I know
Yeah.
he's kind of a dick.
His actual name is Douchebutt, but,
Oh, I thought it was Asshat.
When I originally played, I think my first Pokemon game was Yellow. Although I didn't know how to play and stuff like that, but when I made my character, and it's like, what's your rival's name? And it has like the list of ones and stuff like that. And I'm like, his name's Ash. So Ash was my rival.
So you would watch a TV show and learn from your rival?
Oh, I didn't watch the TV show.
Okay.
I just like, hey, Ash is the main character. I'm naming someone. I could barely read at this point.
My favorite was I played my brother's copy of Final Fantasy VII. I would only play when it was around him, but we didn't want to get our saves mixed up because he kept all the names. But I wanted to keep all the names. So I was like, all right. So it was Cloud Bob, Tifa Bob, Barrett Bob, Red Bob, Catsif Bob,
Red Bob,
Vincent Bob.
Red Bob is the best.
I wish I could have named the villain Sephiroth Bob.
Sephiroth Bob.
I did like Cloud Bob. I like the sound of Cloud Bob. Also, actually, I really like the sound, the feeling of Barrett Bob.
Pretty nice.
I should that alliteration feels nice. I need to Barrett Bob.
Barrett Bob.
Barrett Bob's
I need to. God.
He's just blasting the meat to smithereens.
If you don't know, Barrett Bob has a machine gun for a hand.
Is that a...
What? It's a character from Final Fantasy VII. Yeah.
Okay.
Play your games, damn it.
I've never played a Final Fantasy game.
I'm gonna make you play 9 because I like 9's story better than 7. I think they're all. I hate random encounter and all that, but I love 9's story.
I thought you were gonna say I think they're all terrible.
They're all shit, but I love them.
I don't love them as much. So yeah, I was playing the Final Fantasy Tactics again, and I was like, after playing XCOM and those games, I'm like, this game sucks. Like, it has so many good ideas, but all it is avatar strength. And I was like, I'm done. It doesn't matter. All it is me grinding for levels, and then I can go fight the thing.
I thought 15 was just going to be eye porn because I played 15's demo and I tried the combat. It's a change up, but it's very fun.
Eye porn. Is there any other kind?
Like, whoa! I don't need to hear about your fetish, Colin.
No, I'm just...
What kind of... What? Oh, yeah, I love that eye porn.
Look at those eyeballs. Oh.
Is that why you keep gaping every time you look at me?
No.
Oh, my God!
Just have the deepest brown eyes, Bobby.
Do you have a map? Because I'm lost in your eyes. Oh. And I really want to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Want to go home.
And that's how the fan fiction ends.
Did it hurt from when you fell from heaven, Colin? Because your face is really fucked up.
The messed up part about that is I landed on my shoulder.
Shoulder's very chiseled, though.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I don't like avatar strength, especially in like a game about strategy where it's supposed to feel like you're planning things.
Mm-hmm.
I think we talked about this on another podcast.
Yeah, we did.
It just bugs me. But I do I love something about Splatoon. I was really loving that game and all the design and everything once I got to play it. Was how the powers work is because I was like level 2 and there were people who were like level 30 with all the powers, but I was still like top of the leaderboard sometimes, like actually pretty often. It was just because I was playing well. Even though I didn't have all the powers, I was still playing well, and now I'm getting the powers and playing better and everything. Not great at the ranked battle yet. Especially one of them were like because the rank battle is cool because it was like, oh man, is it really that fun to kill people? And then they do the rank battle where it's all about like claiming a very small area on the map. So it's like King of the Hill, but there's only one place.
Ooh.
And you have to have it claimed for a certain amount of time. So people are all centered in one area.
Clustered and everything.
Yeah, and in one of them, it moves. And if you miss your jump, you die. So I died 7 times because I kept missing my jump.
Nice.
Because, squids can't swim.
Oh,
yeah,
of course.
No, they make
walk
jokes.
in the ground and then they work at Best Buy.
Yeah,
saw them.
They make jokes about that all the time. They can only swim in ink, but squids die when they try to swim in water. I love
that's like reverse evolution.
The Squid Sisters are amazing.
Yes. Oh, my friend actually bought a print, like a poster at a con recently.
I would do that. I love the Squid Sisters. I started. I did a couple drawings of them. Stay fresh.
Oh, that's
Hold
right.
on. Let me say it in the language.
best I can get. I don't know. I haven't really played that much stuff.
Sounds like the Ronald McDonald meme. It sounds like the Ronald McDonald meme. Run-doo-doo.
Oh God.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, wait, let me try again.
All of them have like these really deep voices.
I can do that. That's when they're like swimming and dying, like dying in their own ink. Someone ripped off one of the tentacles.
Sweet release.
I really like playing that game though, and I hope more games like that come from Nintendo. Because I mean, it's a really unique game.
Games that utilize the hardware would be fantastic.
I mean, some of the games are doing that, but like even more unique games. Because when I saw that, I was like, "Whoa, that's not Mario. That's not Zelda. That's something completely brand new and amazing."
Mario and Zelda DLC pack coming soon.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more of that stuff from Nintendo. I mean, yeah, the Mario games are still innovative, but I like seeing the new IPs.
Yeah.
That just like, you know, Mario can't do this, you know, even though they were trying to make Mario in the game.
Were they really?
Yeah.
Was it going to be like the bloopers or?
No, they actually designed. They were designing it very much the way that I design games. Don't add bells and whistles to a bike with no wheels.
Yeah.
And that they had all the mechanics, and all it was squares shooting ink. And then they tried like bunnies. They tried all these things, and none of them were working. It was like paint. They were shooting and stuff like that. And then Miyamoto looked at it, and it was just like, this doesn't look good. The mechanic is great, and it plays well, but this doesn't look good. So he was saying you might consider using Mario if you can't come up with something. So glad, absolutely glad that they didn't.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think none of them really wanted to do that, but it was like kind of the last resort if they had to.
I don't think it would have been successful if not.
Yeah, I mean, Mario, like, that game is so fantastic. The character designs. I mean, when I first saw them, I was a little iffy on just the character designs, but they had a charm. Now I love them. Like, I don't know if they refined anything since the E3 trailer, but everything just looks so amazing.
It's beautiful.
Oh, it's so colorful. It's everything I love. And that's why I only wear black shirts. I appreciate color more.
In case, you know, an inkling comes by and splats you.
Yeah.
You can't see it.
I like...
It just fades away.
I was like, you can't see me.
I'm hiding ink. Oh. So, we played a game this month. And it's a game that's very popular and that I've been playing for a long time.
Yes, Treasure Math Storm, everyone.
Number Munch!
Math Blaster.
Math Blaster, yeah.
Wait, did anyone ever actually play Number Munch here besides me?
I did
Yeah,
not.
Number Munch. Yeah! That game was like the crap when I was in kindergarten.
Emphasis on the crap.
Whoa! Dude, you went around and you munched numbers and avoid little purpley googly glues.
Googly glues?
I don't know. So we played Hearthstone.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. I super enjoy that game, and I mentioned it a lot in the League of Legends podcast.
I'm not good at Hearthstone.
I still haven't listened to the last half of the League of Legends.
Leaguey-weegies?
Yeah,
come on, Leaguey-weegies is our best episode. It's actually our worst episode. I think it has the least amount of views.
Is it really?
It has like 6.
I like. Wow. Oh.
1,000!
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't do this for your views.
Yeah. We do it for us.
Our views. Our agenda.
It's our agenda, not yours.
The Bobby agenda.
All hail Bobby. King of the agenda.
Oh God, when did I become my brother?
Okay.
I don't want to be an accountant.
Okay.
But yeah, Will and Colin here have never really played Hearthstone, so I got them into it this month. And Colin played me at one point, and I stomped him. Sorry about that.
Oh no, it was expected. I pretty much put my head under your boot.
Colin's just like, I'll make it easy for you.
I constructed my deck without any knowledge on how things work.
Yeah.
What did you guys expect when you got into Hearthstone?
Pretty much what I saw. It's just The thing about it is it's just European fantasy, and I never was really into that. But surprisingly enough, playing Hearthstone, I was able to, like, grow an appreciation for it more. My heart grew, like, 3 sizes that day. But
I mean, like, you know, it was a card game digitally. How do you guys, like, feel, like, when you first started playing it?
Well, like with any digital card game, I was just kind of like, oh, there's kind of like, this is going to be like standard fare, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It is not.
Yeah.
How many digital card games are out there?
Well, there's all the Magic card games. Every new edition, they, like, release a new one. There's Pokemon. There's probably a Duel Masters.
The Yu-Gi-Ohs.
Well, yeah, they have, I mean, but, like, specifically online.
It's hard to say any that are super, like, widely known and successful.
Because you told me before, like, Hearthstone can't exist in a physical form.
It can, but it would never be popular. It would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen Leroy Jenkins become over, like, 1 billion attack. And with all and keeping track of all the health and everything would be so annoying, especially because you can increase their health.
Yeah.
I mean, it would just be a different game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I remember the developers saying they did playtest it board for a while just to make sure, like, things kind of felt fun enough. Like, they knew it would be annoying, but then when they put it in the digital form, they were able to do that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's simple only because that's digital.
Oh, yeah. Because there's with any digital card game, there's always like the autopilotness of it, sort of. But
yeah, but I mean that was like their slogan even, and like they knew what they were doing. Easy to learn, like, but surprisingly addictive or like brutal or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
How can I still not know their slogan after seeing it so many times? But I get the message, and it's just games. Because I've also played Magic the Gathering since I was actually, I think, 8. I mean, it's been around for over 20 years, but
That's
still.
crazy.
I still have a couple of my old decks, and Magic the Gathering is crazy complex compared to Hearthstone. Have you guys played Magic?
I played one game of it, and I got stomped, and I didn't know what the hell happened.
The reason I find Magic more complex than Hearthstone and other games is it has the phases.
Mm-hmm.
There's draw phase, untap everything, which is, make everything available to you again.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, you have, like, your initial play phase, your attack phase, your defense phase, your counter phase, the second phase you're allowed to play cards again, and then you end your turn. It's just Hearthstone has it's your turn. You draw a card, and then you get a little mana crystal, and then do whatever you want in whatever order. The order still matters. Like, you can heal something before you attack or after, things like that. And it can absolutely change how you play, but it can still go in any order. Yeah, and compared to, like, the Pokemon card game, I used to play that too. I used to play it very wrong. Me and my friend would just take all of our cards and jam them into one deck.
Jam it into a
So he would have a 160 card deck, and I would have, like, my, like, 100 card deck.
Oh, whoa, okay.
This is how we played Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. That sucks because you never get the energy you wanted.
No.
I used to collect the Harry Potter trading card game.
Oh my god.
And I kid you not, in middle school, I went to the Dollar Tree, where everything's $1, and they had a shit ton of those, and, like, all first year, like, left over from when I was, like, much younger, and I got those, and I'm like, man, this is so cool. Look at this Harry Potter.
Those.
Yeah, but, like, I had so many of them. I'm like, I looked up how to play, and I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
I can't use all my cards that I've collected over all this time.
Aww.
Oh, so you were like me in the Digimon trading card game. Oh, I
remember that one too.
I went and bought all the cards that I could because I loved the art on these goddamn things. Mm-hmm. They were all cool and they had, like, black shading, just like, and Agumon looked like someone you'd encounter in a back alley and you'd stab him. But
just in general, I think he does.
Yeah. There's everyone ends in Mon. That's the thing. But
Jamaican
Mon.
Lost to Mon.
Jeez.
But the thing about these cards were just, like, they were really well done and they had beautiful backgrounds and everything. But when you went and looked at the game, like what Colin did with Harry Potter, it's just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still have your cards?
Yes, I still have my Digimon cards.
I only have my 2 decks left with Magic, and I liked Magic a lot, and I had a lot of friends who played Magic. That's how I met some of my friends. But the reason I never kept up with it, and like physical cards games, why I'm turned away from them, is you can't just play it as a hobby. It becomes like a full-on chore because you have to constantly sink money into it to really enjoy it. To like go to the tournaments and play with lots of people and stuff like that, and like their rule sets.
I don't think you have to sink a whole lot to just enjoy it.
Is there like the Magic like mafia that you have to be in debt to?
No, but you can play legacy decks, which is all the editions. But the thing is, those cards don't always balance correctly. Like a card from the 8th edition might not work well with the 16th edition. Like you can make something that's unbeatable or something like that.
Magic is so popular and has been around so long. You think it should be like what Yu-Gi-Oh was in its anime, like just towers of people playing holographically on a field.
They're working on it.
I'm working on it right now.
I still like
Secret
Magic.
project.
I still like Magic. My Arcbound deck is one to be reckoned with.
My roommate, he's really into it.
Yeah, I see all the cards lying around all the time.
Like all the spare ones. He had so many like extra lands and stuff. I made an art project out of it.
I had a rare card at one point, and then the cat put a claw through it, and I was like,
"Oh,
your dinner tonight."
Oh, and then you sold it to a Chinese restaurant.
No, we did it ourselves. We were that upset.
Jeez.
No,
you became a Chinese restaurant.
I did. Me, myself, and I.
Well, like I said, Bobby's a transformer. He physically transformed into the Chinese.
I'm not like the transformer.
It's the Bobby agenda.
But the thing that really makes Magic the Gathering complicated compared to Hearthstone, in my opinion, is the instants, instants and sorceries, and things it's interrupts. Mm-hmm. So in Hearthstone, when it's your turn, it's your turn. They can't do anything. The only time that an opponent can do something when it's your turn is if one of their cards just activates. But they're not actively choosing what's happening. They don't have to think about it. It just happens. But in Magic, we would run into so many issues of he was doing something. I would go to play a card, and I'd be like, no, it's too late. And things like that. It was like, no, that phase is already over. And like you would have to talk about the semantics of it all, like playing the card.
Yeah.
And it's still fun. It's just a much more complex game. And if you like complex and you're willing to learn all that stuff, it's a great game. Art in that is just as beautiful. All the art in the Magic cards. I think I actually started collecting the cards when I was in 4th grade.
Just for the art?
Yeah, because I was like, I don't want to play a card game. And then my brother showed me the art, and I was like, this is really good. I was in art school at that time. Mm-hmm. So I was like, yeah, this is really good. I want to learn how to do this. And I mean, those imagine how big those files are. And I mean, olden times they were actual paintings and colored pencil drawings. It was before digital was really around. I still have some of those cards.
Do you have Black Lotus?
No, that's the one the cat clawed.
Was it really?
No.
Because that do you know how much that card is worth?
Oh yes, I know. It was a Chrome Mox. It's not like a super expensive card. I don't even know how much it's worth now. I think at one point it was like $160. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was really upset when I found a cat claw through a $160 card. Because when I found out it was that much, I went looking for it and I found it in the card case, and there was a whole. I was like. And it's a good card, too. Oh, that's the thing I like about Hearthstone compared to Magic, is you don't have to worry about playing mana.
In
Hearthstone. Because
right.
in Magic the Gathering, there are the 5 colors, and mountains and things like that. So you have to, it's usually good practice to have at least 20 of the land cards in your deck. And that just takes up so much room, and, okay, that means you can play over a lot, but we would run into so many issues of just bad luck. It's like, oh, I don't have any of the land cards.
Yeah.
So I can't play anything. Hearthstone, it just automatically gives you the crystal. Because in the same way in Magic, you would just play a land card. You can only play one a turn. It's the same thing. You just can't go over 10 unless you use special cards like the Druid has. Oh, the Druid.
Yeah, that Druid, man. That Druid's crazy.
Druid
carry show.
Nothing like playing a card. Nothing like playing a card that costs
Cleveland
6
rocks.
on your first turn.
More like Azeroth
on your
rocks.
first turn. Wait, what?
Yeah, you can do that. If you get the coin,
mm-hmm.
and then there are 2 Druid cards that cost 0 and gain 2 mana crystals for that turn. So you can gain 5 mana crystals in your first turn and play a card that costs 6.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Yeah. There's still ways to get rid of it and everything, especially like with Warrior, deal 1 damage and then use the execute.
Yeah.
But it's still like planning and keeping that in mind.
Yeah.
There's
I should play as the Druid.
Druid's pretty good.
He was crazy.
I
faced him in the practice.
I don't play too much Druid.
What's your favorite class, Bobby?
Yeah, I'll ask everyone's favorite class. My favorite class is a tie between Paladin and the Priest right now.
I
playing
like the Paladin a lot.
I really chose Paladin once I got one of the legendaries for him, and I started building. I was like, oh, I have the legendary for him. I need to make a deck with that. I also really like the Shaman though, but Paladin I really like all the buffs.
Yeah, that's the coolest part.
Being able to summon all the Silverhand recruits, especially with the Knife Juggler. Whenever you play a minion with the Knife Juggler out, it deals 1 damage randomly.
See, that's what you're good at. The strategy.
Strategy. What a tragedy.
I'm not very good at that. It's where I got whomped a lot of the times. But I will say, even with like a deck, like your basic deck, you can win. And it's fantastic. It's built so even if you're playing competitively with that deck that you started with, you can still pull out a victory.
And it's also because they match you up. Like Blizzard's matchmaking system is awesome. Oh yeah, my Priest deck. I'm really liking that one right now, especially with the new pack that came out, which we'll talk about in a little bit. The new expansion. It has a lot of the Blackrock Mountain cards, which is one of the single-player campaigns that allow you to unlock special cards. And there are a lot of cards that are, if you have a dragon in your hand, play this and it does something. So I have dragons, and then it's more about keeping control of my side of the board by healing things, rather than keeping control by destroying everything on their side and like just summoning a whole bunch of things.
Okay. That's
how about you guys? What's your favorite classes?
I like the Wizard.
The mage.
The Mage.
Jaina!
Wizard!
Magic Missile!
Like I said, I like the Paladin a lot because it's really cool to get all the buffs and everything. It's I think that's probably one of my favorite things, just characters that can modify what they can do based on conditions.
All of them. And like, I was really weird. Like, I didn't like the idea of only playing as classes at first.
Yeah.
Because in Magic, it was like, why? I had Limitless. I mean, I can mix the decks. That was what's great about Magic. They have the 5 colors, but you can still mix the colors. You could play a 5-color deck.
What's the thing about like it being like an offshoot of Warcraft, basically? You kind of have to derive it from something a little bit.
Yeah, and then like the classes, the more cards they add with the classes and everything, the more ways it comes to play them.
It just gets so complicated, like the different ways.
If I were playing this game physically, I think I would just sweep the table off.
But it's such a fun thing to collect all the cards as well.
Well, collecting, I got a few things, but I wasn't really getting far because time. But it is satisfying to go through campaigns and stuff like that. You talked about the Tavern Brawl. I gave it, I gave it a look because
some of the things they've done with that are so cool.
It's really cool.
Which one did you play? What were the rules?
Oh, I didn't. More like I looked it up on that case, but but everything else I did play. I would not show up to a podcast if I had not played the game, sir.
But Tavern Brawl is so much fun. For those who don't know or want to recap, Tavern Brawl is something special they added recently, where every week there is a special rule set for people to play, and you don't necessarily you get one prize for it every week. If you win a game, you get a basic card pack. And for most people playing it, they've probably unlocked most of the basic cards, so it's only to get maybe some of the epics and legendaries by chance. But some of the special rules are things like you get to play as 2 boss characters from the campaign with cards that just aren't available because they're so overpowered. Something like a 6/6 that cost 1.
So the impossible
stuff like that. And
I need to look at
But
this.
both have like cards like that.
Overpowered cards.
That's pretty fun.
And
beautiful.
then there was also like your decks are nothing but unstable portals, which is a card that says you get a random minion and it costs 2 less. And that card's really fun, but really unbalanced.
Yeah, because you never know what you're going to get.
You have no idea. There's a web spinner. Web spinner, and this is one of the big topics I want to talk about, is chance versus strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Web spinner is a hunter card, and it is a 1 that costs. It's a 1 cost card. It's a 1/1, and its death rattle is that its effect when it dies is put a random beast into your hand. So the thing is, it's still random. Your opponent doesn't know exactly what you got, but they at least know it's a beast card.
That's pretty cool.
It puts a limit on it, but the unstable portal can be anything.
Yeah, that's pretty broken then.
Yeah, it can be a legendary, and now it's 2 less. It can be a card from your set, and it could cost 2 less. And it's just like, it is a fun card to play. It's risky too, because you can also get a card like a Wisp.
Absolute crap.
Yeah, you can get Shrek'd.
Wrecked.
But it is a great fun card to play, and the same with Piloted Shredder, which you got one recently, and it's a great card. It's a 4/3. It costs 4, and it has a death rattle. Summon a random 2 cost minion.
Right.
It has a pretty wide limit because it's still any
There's
2 cost.
A lot of 2 cost minions out there.
But it's a really fun card to play, and that's the thing. That's the great thing about Hearthstone, is maybe not everything is the most strategic, but it's all fun.
Well, yeah, the game has really good game feel, and just like you feel like you're you're moving forward, and you're actually just, you don't feel like you're standing there playing with your iPad at a standstill on autopilot.
Yeah, you know, I remember this with the original, some of the early Magic the Gathering card games. They tried to emulate just playing cards. Hearthstone, when you attack something, like if you attack something with a high damage, it makes cracks on the ground, and you hear a card go, "Oh, what?"
It's fun. It's
Look at that!
it
And their
elicits
death screams and everything.
Yeah,
it elicits a fun response. It's good.
it feels satisfying to, especially when you play the big cards. Like if it's a normal big card, it makes a big thud, and people are like, "Oh." And then sometimes when you play the legendaries, like I was telling you earlier today, Nefarian, which is a legendary dragon, when you play it, it has a special response depending on who your opponent is. So you'll play it against a warlock, and the card's effect is Battle Cry. When this comes into play, put two spells of your opponent's class into your hand. So you'll play this 8/8 dragon, it costs 9, but when you play it, it's just like, "Warlock, you play with magic that is out of your control," and it'll just mock them and things like that, when you play it, and
And
that
then
is
someone pulls
great.
a polymorph.
Those cards. Well, every deck has some way of just completely nerfing something.
Mm-hmm.
Reduce its health to 1.
And then attack. Yeah.
Yes. Change it into a 1/1. Change it into a 0/1 with taunt. Is the shamans.
Mm-hmm.
The priest has probably it's a strong thing, but it also has a high defense. It can't touch anything with 4 attack.
You're telling me about the priest before, you're a priest deck or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It just, the way you're talking about the level of strategy and everything in Hearthstone, despite it just being this mobile card game that that Blizzard built, it's just there are these great setups and everything, and you can really play with those characters despite being locked down to a single class. While in a normal card game you would be mixing and matching, because no one likes to play a themed deck, because obviously you can beat a themed deck, and it's just boring.
I play a themed deck.
There are still themed deck in
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Hearthstone. I made a snake deck in Magic, and it kicked ass.
Sinine.
Asparagus.
Asparagus.
Snake.
But yeah, and the thing is, there are also the neutral cards, which it's interesting how those all fit into things.
Mm-hmm.
While some cards just don't work, some neutral cards don't work, but you can make them work. Knife Juggler isn't necessarily a great card in a priest deck, but it's great in a warlock deck because everything is so cheap for a warlock to play that you can play 3 cards, and then that's 3 damage that shoots out in that turn. What was I saying before? something about the chance and random and
the
strategy versus
chance.
randomness.
yes. So there are the cards that feel good, and then there are the cards. Doctor Boom is an amazing legendary card. Yeah. Doctor Boom. It's a 7/7, and it summons 2 1/1 boom bots. And it's the boom bots, when they die, deal 1 to 4 damage to a random enemy. So but the problem is it's really hard to get rid of. Sure, you can get rid of him to polymorph the 7/7, but you still got the 2 1/1s to deal with. And if you kill them, you would have to silence all of the cards and then polymorph it or something. And it's just so expensive to be able to take it out fast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what I was saying about the priest. The cards with 4 attack are hard to touch for a priest, because the priest has 2 kill cards, which is destroy anything with 3 or less attack and destroy anything with 5 or more attack.
Ooh.
If it's a 4, then it's hard for a priest to touch with a spell.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there are ways to kill it. But the priest has a lot of other great cards like mind control and stuff like that. So there are many different ways to play priest. You can mind control, you can heal, you can control the board through different ways. You can have a spell damaging deck.
There's a lot of variation on display here.
Yeah,
which is something that's really fun to have in a card game.
Mm-hmm.
It's just as someone who's played a lot of card games, even as a kid and a little bit into my teenage years, I will say Hearthstone is a refreshing take on the mobile version of this. In the fact that everything just is very unified. It works together.
Blizzard's great at all the balancing. Look at the StarCraft games.
Yes, they took their time. They didn't just rush it and then ship it. It's
I actually love their microtransaction system.
Yeah, it's a pretty good microtransaction.
And the new Fallout game,
Fallout Shelter,
does the same kind of thing. Sure, you can use real money to buy stuff, but it's just as random as if you did it through in-game money.
Yep.
And I think that's absolutely key in making a balanced microtransaction game.
Mm-hmm. It's making it available for anyone.
Yeah, and I love that. And it's not super expensive either.
Oh, yeah.
No.
No, it's a very affordable game.
And then I love the crafting mode. Sometimes I feel like it's too hard to craft things.
I've never... you crafted for me.
You needed that card for Warrior.
Okay. Warrior?
Red Warrior needs food badly. Down the hatch. Oh God!
Congratulations!
We have got to play the Gauntlet on the PlayStation 2.
I love Gauntlet.
Oh, you never played Gauntlet?
Oh, it's so silly. I love that game.
Oh gosh, I had to be over for this.
Oh God, me and my brother rented that game once and played it all in one night.
All of it?
Yeah,
dude. I love it, but I can't play it for extended.
It was just one of those nights where we just because I was only spending the weekend with him. He's my half brother, so yeah, I was only there for a night or something like that.
Okay.
That was our plan.
Okay.
We were gonna do that, and we knew that the game wasn't super long, so we plowed through and everything. It was hilarious. Good night. We did that with Ratchet and Clank Deadlocked.
That's a good game.
The co-op. That's another thing I got to get you on because they're pretty good games.
Yeah, there's a lot of games.
But yeah, the microtransactions work well, especially with the campaign. The campaign, and you know what? Good evidence. I have a friend who we go back and forth. He beats me sometimes, I beat him, and he has never used real money in the game.
Huh.
I have a couple times. I've bought the campaigns, and because I really wanted those cards, and I love playing the campaigns because they're challenging, especially fighting the Farian, the final boss of Blackrock Mountain. He starts off with, I believe, 30 armor, 30 health, and once you get rid of all his armor, he switches places with another dragon, Onyxia, and then she is fucking badass, and you have to kill her, and I think she has 30 health as well. Once you kill her, he comes back, and his power is something like deal 8 damage to the other player.
So it's just instant damage?
Yeah. It's just all of them are custom, they tell you you're probably going to need to make custom decks, and they all have special powers. For their special powers, 2, they pay 2 for their ability. Summon a 4/4. Summon 2 4/4s.
Holy crap!
Some of them are like that, kill all unfrozen minions.
So you just freeze your minions.
Well, there was a special on that one. There was a guy frozen in the center,
Mm-hmm.
and if your minions were next to him, they wouldn't die. But it was only the minions adjacent. And oh yeah, that's the cool thing about Hearthstone is one, the random. Then that's why it can't exist in physical.
Mm-hmm.
Is something dies, a random card of any kind.
Yeah.
But the other thing is like the freeze effects and oh crap, I said that. Some of the special rules and cards that just are super interesting. Just random in general. Like take control of a random minion. Deal 2 damage to a random minion.
Wasn't there a Brawl or something like that?
Brawl is hilarious.
I mean, you could do that pretty easily if you took all the cards and shuffled
but
them.
there are some of the randoms that just don't work for that.
Yeah.
And not just the ones where it's summon a random. It's just, the deal 1 damage, give 1 health to a random thing. And that would get annoying to close your eyes and pick which one. And you would know. But the other thing that I love about Hearthstone is the adjacency rules.
Yes.
Give +1/+1 to the cards adjacent to this one. So you can actually plan how things fit on your board as well. So like that's also important. That's something you have to keep in mind.
Card placement.
Yeah, and
It's really good.
that's not how many like trading card games do that.
Not a lot of them, I'll tell you that.
I can't think of really any, and like that's such a cool idea.
Technically, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Did they?
Yu-Gi-Oh did a few things.
There's like certain ones where it's like
Good old Yu-Gi-Oh.
I don't know if they do adjacent stuff, but I know you can block certain.
I took your life points directly.
Anyways,
You see the new card, Beating a Dead Horse?
wait, what?
Oh God, just Yu-Gi-Oh in general. Oh, but I love making fun of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh yeah, it's tons
yeah.
of fun.
Just like Sonic loves to be made fun of.
Oh yeah, he's just begging for it. See
But the
your
first-
Twitter?
The first Yu-Gi-Oh series, though, the TV one, was fantastic with like Kaiba and everything, because it was like semi like believable like campiness. But then they started going to like a school for dueling.
And then there was dueling on motorcycles.
Yeah, and like we have visors now, and like we can like
His power level's over.
yeah,
10!
Something, I don't know.
his power level's over Jesus.
Over Jesus.
He's like, I'm 10 years old.
Oh, his power level's over there.
After it on a motorcycle. Crash and burn.
How did the accident happen, Doctor? He was playing card games.
On a motorcycle.
like, whenever I think of
This
them
is
playing,
natural selection at its best.
whenever I think of them playing like card games on the motorcycle, I always imagine like what happens if they come to like a railroad track and like the train is like just coming in and it's just like
I can't play while sitting still.
Yeah.
And like he's just holding the card up in the air like, ah!
What do I do? Just 2 died in a fatal train crash.
Good thing these cards are good thing these cards are magnetic, otherwise they might fly off.
Doesn't there like I don't even know. I'm not even gonna make assumptions. Never mind.
The show has way too much suspension of disbelief after the first series.
I love it though. Like it's so silly. The first series is just so silly. Like when they go underground and there's a maze. I play this card that would have no would be useless except in this situation.
Or like they pulled new cards out of their butt every episode.
Oh yeah, like
thing is-
the Karibo multiplying thing.
Yeah.
And then the cards in the TV show don't do what they actually
Yeah,
do in
they
real
broke
life.
the rules.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Screw the rules. I've got money.
I love the fact that the cards never had descriptions in the TV shows.
Yeah.
And it's just like they knew everything. It's like you just know.
It's like you just have like a Pokedex or something.
Like a
for each
psychic
card.
link to the cards.
That's Dark Magician. He's a dark type.
He likes to perform magic at kids' birthday parties.
Oh. And his power levels.
His best friend is Garbage the Clown.
What?
But I love, some of the special rules in the campaigns of Hearthstone are really fun to like plan around. Mm-hmm. And like some are just fun to play over and over again because it's like every turn each player gets a legendary minion. Things like that, or each player is just given a random minion or something like that,
Nice.
or the enemy summons a random legendary minion every turn, and
great.
learning how to beat that is really hard, but it was really fun.
In most cases, random would discourage people, or it's just like that factor you
But
can't control for.
There's also another word for random, and that's chance, or hope. There's nothing like hope in a game. And there's also, with Hearthstone, when you know the cards, you can plan around it. It's like, do they have a Flame Strike? Deal 4 damage to all cards. Mage card. It's like, whenever you play a mage, there's going to be that card, at least 2 of them in the deck. And you have to plan. Like, once you see 7, like, you know next turn they're going to have 7 mana, and you have board control. You're like, if I don't do something, I'm about to lose everything. And that's where cards like Lotheb, I showed you that. It's a 5/5. It's a legendary. It's used a lot because it's from the campaign. And every time you do finish a campaign thing, you get a legendary card. So it's a 5/5 battle cry. Your opponent's spells cost 5 more next turn.
Oh, that's right.
So you play that when you have board control. And then, like, when you're afraid of a Pyro Strike or something, or them killing everything, you play that. They can no longer play it. It costs too much. Or if they do, it's the only thing they can do that entire turn. So it's like timing things based on your opponent, which is that's the added benefit. When you know who your what their class is, you kind of have some things to
plan
expect.
around.
Half of the game is knowing what everyone else's cards are.
Half the battle is knowing. The other half is murder.
Kill.
Bobby's a Chinook.
My weather device.
G.I. Joe is there.
Bobby's actually Cobra Commander. He has not told us this whole time.
Cobra, retreat!
Did I do good, guys?
I like to do Skeletor. He-Man. Today's the day I try harder tomorrow.
I will surround myself with people I enjoy.
He-Man.
My favorite is Megatron because he's just a guy who smoked 1 million Marlboros.
Oh my god.
You feel me again, Starscream.
Megatron is gone again.
Guess that
Hello, later. Hello. Little known fact.
I'm Starscream!
Godspeed, kid.
The hatch just pops open. It's
Oh
just like,
gosh. Anyways, what we're talking about?
something about
So,
Magic the
there's like a
Gathering. That was a
card
game we
game or
played, right?
something.
Yeah.
But yeah, knowing the cards is like
And and you know your opponents.
fight.
That's great when you know what spells your opponents have.
that's one of my that's one of the most challenging things for me with that game though. Is like since I'm so new to it still, I don't know all the cards like that they could have.
Yeah.
And that's like it's a bit frustrating.
Oh, I've run into that a lot. But you learn because you start seeing them. Like, Release the Hounds used to make... Like, Hunter used to be such a OP thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I really consider him super OP, but Release the Hounds is summon a 1/1 dog with charge for every minion your opponent has. And then, he has things that buff beasts. So all beasts have +1 attack.
Oh, man.
Stuff like that. And it's just like, you will clear the board with a bunch of them, or you will just dominate the opponent, like attack straight.
It's a game that's about execution and timing, in all honesty.
And it is planning. You have to plan for random, which can be a great strategy.
I'm not unfamiliar with this sort of thing. XCOM, but also you've played Smash Up with me.
Yes.
And
yes.
I am very into that game. Very good card game. Look it up if you have never.
It is a card game where you pick 2 decks and then you mix them together.
And they're like the 2 decks are like usually sci-fi or
Aren't the elves
tropes.
and orcs and all that coming out soon?
Yeah, they have it's a cross.
I want to play that again.
Quote unquote crossover with Munchkin.
Cool. I want to play that again because I only got to play Pirate Kittens and Alien Wizards.
Dude,
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah, but like what I like about that is they have the set decks that you're mixing together, so you know what's in the opponent's hand if you've learned it all. It's easier. It was easier for me to learn.
One of the key things with Hearthstone strategy wise that Magic the Gathering doesn't have as much of in other games is card draw.
Mm-hmm.
Because in other games you start with 7 cards in your hand or like huge numbers like that, and you have card decks of usually around 60. Hearthstone has decks of 30. And you start off with 3 cards in your hand. If you're going second, you start off with 4, and you get something called the coin, which gives you an extra mana.
Okay.
So the game can be a lot about card draw, especially with the rogue. Because the rogues, all of the rogues cards, I think the highest cost rogue card is 6. That's the highest. Almost all of its cards are in the 1, 2, and 3 range. So you can go through cards really fast. So, no, they have this card that costs 7. And it's called Sprint. Draw 4 cards.
Nice.
So it's a lot about card draw. And that's why in the beginning they have certain cards that are great for beginners that when you play them, I told you to put them in your deck. The mechanics, when you play them, draw a card. And I've run out of cards before. And then when you're only playing the card you draw every turn, that's when you know, unless you kill them next turn, you're pretty much screwed.
Yeah, I looked when I started actually playing like ranked matches and stuff. Before I started, I looked online for like a good basic mage, and like they had the list and like they explained why.
Yeah.
Like you should have these and when you should play these, and so that I think that sort of helped me when I started out. I don't know what I would have done without like, you know, a little bit of guidance with that.
I mean, I still use those. I modify them to my own like feeling of play. Like the Dragon Priest, a lot of the cards came from another deck. Like planning, I was like, I want to try this card. I like this card, and it's like this new one because the new decks came out, which I'll talk about a little bit. And they've had 3 booster packs really.
Yeah.
The normal. Then there's Goblins versus Gnomes, where there were a lot of mech cards.
I remember that. The ads annoyed me.
I like the ads. Screw you. Fuck you. Bobby's agenda.
Bobby's agenda.
BOBBY, Bobby makes the best of agenda.
Chocolate.
Yeah, and
Thank
then
you, Game Grumps.
and Nestle's chocolate. My brother works for Nestle.
Does he really?
Yeah.
My dad works for Nintendo.
Is Goku confirmed for Smash?
Is Harry Potter confirmed for Smash? I heard
Absolutely.
that recently.
And Ed and Eddie, of course. Can't forget them.
I forgot about the Smash thing where people were putting like their roster, like they could submit the names.
Oh, it's
I
fantastic.
already
that's
forgot.
right.
You know,
On a
It's still
serious
going
note,
on.
I was. Oh yeah, but I was all for Black Mage because that Black Mage template only really shows up in the Nintendo games, except for Final Fantasy IX.
I voted for Shantae.
Shantae?
You never heard of Shantae? Oh, I don't know if you can talk about this, can we?
I want Beyonce's ass in Smash.
I voted for Custer's Revenge.
Wow! Oh my!
I vote for Nobunaga's Ambition
Oh,
in
God.
Smash.
Who is it? Bomberman.
Oh, I think the funniest one I seen was Charles Barkley from NBA Jam.
Oh my gosh!
Christopher Walken.
Ow! Ow!
Ow!
Oh, he's
Ow!
on fire!
I'll smash you right into the ground off the stage or whatever the hell I'm supposed to be doing.
I keep trying to use that voice. And,
Ow!
like, it always turns into a Jamaican accent. Like it just evolves.
Rastaman, man.
I just imagine Christopher Walken like mutating into a Rastafarian.
Well, I don't know if I could. I don't even know if I could attempt that.
Oh gosh, please don't.
Ow! I'm Christopher Walken, man. I can do whatever you want, man. Yeah, I can't
Sort
do
of,
it.
Turned
sort of
German.
Arnold there.
Yeah,
Turned into
I love doing the Arnold Christopher Walken though. Hold on.
Jeez.
I am Arnold Schwarzenegger. Ow! I am Arnold Schwarzenegger. Ow!
Get to
Ow!
the chopper.
Get to the chopper. Bear the platypus.
Okay.
What
What were we talking about?
The
My
voices.
brain.
In this one? No. Get them out. Crap. What were we talking about?
Something about Nesquik.
Bobby makes the best agenda. Nesquik, Nestle. Before the
In 1902,
in 1902, Hearthstone was unearthed in a Indian desert.
Oh my gosh.
And then a man who's oddly named after, a mythical beast, Medusa.
Medusa Poopenheimer.
Started making. He was very flamboyant, and he started making a card game with holograms.
Unfortunately, this card game was lost in a terrible blizzard. And finally, it was unearthed by, oddly enough, a different blizzard.
It was Found in the recesses of the 4chan archives.
Oh my god.
Play Hearthstone, everyone.
Oh, I was talking about the new cards. So, there was with the single player campaigns, they also have cards with specific abilities, but there's just not as many of them. There was already Death Rattle, which triggers when the card dies, and then in the Shades of Naraxmus, whatever it is, I'm forgetting what it was.
The version of Christmas.
Naraxmus.
Happy Naraxmus, everyone.
Noxramas? I think so. Anyway, in that, they had a whole bunch of Death Rattle cards. Cards that trigger your Death Rattle twice. Cards that, bring cards back to life or do all that. And then Black Rock Mountain had a whole bunch of stuff with dragons and things like that. And Goblins and Gnomes had the mechs, as well as some great Death Rattle cards. And the new one is the Grand Tournament, which is all themed around jousting and that kind of stuff, and people from all over the lands coming together. They have themes, which is great. And they had a new effect called Inspire, which triggers every time you use your hero ability. So you can trigger when it happens, and it's really cool.
Does it play I Need a Hero?
I need a hero. Come on,
Fireball! But there are cards that all affect that now. There's cards that, your hero power now deals 2 damage and cost 1. So,
that's cool.
That one's... the mage has some cool ones that you can mess around with. You can use your hero power as many times as you want.
I'll have to try and beat.
What?
It's an epic from the mage. And it can deal 2 damage. There are 2 cards that do that.
That's insane.
Yeah.
As many times as you
And then
want.
there's a card that reduces it to 1 cost.
What?
Yeah.
Mages, man.
Wizards.
There are cards like that. There's
Yeah,
Inspire, summon this. Inspire, gain this much health. There are a whole bunch of great cards like that, and I love that because there's such a great strategy now, and not just there's the timing, and now they added a whole other thing of timing is now you can try and cut off your opponent's ability. There are things like
I
it
thought
costs.
you were going to say hand.
That way they can't touch the screen.
I still have another hand.
Apparently it's falling.
Make it talk.
It fell.
But yeah, the new cards are great. I got a new legendary. I was happy. I saved up a whole bunch of gold for a month, and I bought 11 packs. And I was really happy I got a legendary. It was for the shaman, and it's a 4/4, cost 6. When you play it, all cards in your hand, all minions in your hand and deck gain +1/+1 permanently.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, and there are cards that can return things to your hand.
Oh wow, you can just
Play it multiple times, but people will probably kill it fast. It's a 4/4, so it's not hard to kill.
Oh, okay.
And it costs 6, but it buffs everything in your deck, which is awesome. But it does not buff things already on the board.
I'd say you could probably use that
Ooh.
2 or 3 times max.
Huh.
Yeah,
But, that's pretty cool.
It's that's a cool card. There are a lot. The legendaries are always really fun to play with. There's one that says replace your hero power with 1 better. So the mage fireball does 1 damage. Now it does 2 damage when you play that card. Now instead of healing 2 health, you heal 4 health. And instead of gaining 2 armor with the warrior, you gain 4 armor. It's that stuff
Just doubles it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Especially what if you and it's a battle cry. What if you return that to your hand and play it again?
Oh gosh.
I don't think it does that. I don't think it stacks. I don't think they have art for that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Because it does change the art. I don't know if it stacks.
Their art is great, by the way.
Oh man, I love looking up the illustrators, and then I'm surprised because I expect to see a whole bunch of the stuff from one. It'll be yeah, I did 3 cards. They have a ton of illustrators.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Blizzard, so I wouldn't really be surprised.
I will say there are some that are a little disappointing.
Oh really?
I'm trying to think of one. There's one where just the body proportions are just super weird, and it bothers me when I see it. But it's a good card, so I always see it. And I looked up some of the art, and it's they crop some of it. Warsong Commander, that one where she was charging.
Yeah.
You can see her whole body in the full art piece, but you only saw her head in the card.
Oh, okay.
It's just crazy that stuff what
Yeah.
gets cropped out for the importance. So, but there are some of the cards are full illustrations that don't get cropped. Not all of them are like that.
Yeah.
But some that happens. I really like seeing how the game evolves, and they're really great at keeping everything still balanced.
Yeah, it's definitely a really well fleshed out game and polished game.
I'm wondering though, like 6 releases of cards down the line, is it still going to be as balanced?
Or if
that's where
power creep.
Well, that's always going to happen when you introduce new elements into a game. You're always going to have to worry about balance. Whether the question will be, will they actually take the time to look at these cards and look at their pre-existing cards?
Blizzard is so big now.
I kind of wonder if they'll eventually have like a ban list or something.
I wonder. Well, then they'll just remove the cards from the game, but that'll piss people off. So I don't think they'll ever do that.
They'll probably make it so that there's like certain games that you can play with, but ranked that you can't.
Maybe. That only uses recent editions or something like that. Mm-hmm. But they can't get rid of the basic cards because they'll never get rid of those. But they might get rid of some of the single. And no, they don't want to get rid of the single player things because that's definitely where people paid money to get those cards. And if you take those away from people, they're going to be really upset. Mm-hmm. Especially because that's where they get like some of the legendaries. The first legendary, you should be able to do the first
campaign.
Yeah.
Now that I have everything.
No. The first chapter of the campaign. I think that one's always free.
Okay.
And the card you get
from that?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
The card you get from that is a spider, and it is a 2/8. Anything, if it deals damage to anything, it kills the other thing.
Nice.
I don't like spiders.
I love and every time you select one of the battles, it always gives like a voice thing of someone talking, and it's literally like, "Don't interrupt her. She is just like training my disciples." And then you fight the boss, and it's like, "My ex now is a giant spider."
Oh my gosh.
I love fighting one of the bosses because it cheats.
Wait, what?
Yeah, once you clear its armor, it ends your turn automatically. It's like, "No! Your turn is over! It's my turn now!"
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it just once, or is it...
It just does it once you clear the armor. So you have to like time it like, did I do everything I could this turn?
Yeah.
And then his pure power changes. And then it like gets difficult. Like they have like phases for some of the bosses, which is awesome.
Man,
Like the boss battles are cool.
This game is just oozes cool. It's one thing. It's
a simple idea.
It extended my time on the crapper by hours.
Man, those hemorrhoids are really getting bad.
They do have
too much Chipotle.
I need to get some Chipotle. Oh, I want Chipotle.
Some Chipotle.
Yeah, Chipotle. I'm tired of eating spaghetti. College.
Mom, spaghetti.
No, but I love college and I love this school.
And I love you guys.
Yeah, I'm so.
Hey!
On a scale of 6 to 7, maybe green.
Baked beans.
Baked beans.
Baked beans.
Charlie Sheen.
Winning. We're
Tiger blood.
dated.
Tiger blood runs through my veins. How old was that?
Tiger blood.
3 or 4 years ago.
Jeez.
I'll check that game I favored on Newgrounds.
Yeah.
About Charlie Sheen.
Time is a weird thing.
Not really.
It doesn't seem like it's that much time, which is odd.
It's like we're getting older or something.
Mortality!
I demand free money!
Okay.
Dude, I can't wait until I'm old because then I can get away with a lot of stuff. I'm just going to walk around and poop on anything.
Oh my gosh. It didn't work out for Bill Cosby, though.
Huh?
That is the best part about being old.
What?
I wish all the minorities were gone! Huh?
Wow.
Are you from the war?
What war? Huh?
The Europe war?
Jeez. Okay, what are we even doing now? So yeah.
It's a bit.
Hearthstone's still going to be around. The war over Hearthstone.
The Hearthstone
war. Oh, the card war.
The cards war.
Where everything it turns into Yu-Gi-Oh! World and all fights are determined by cards.
People throw playing cards at each other like, "Hi, you cut me."
I just feel like...
I remember when all wars were done through violence.
It's like, I imagine card wars like the different companies like with card games fighting each other for dominance for the game.
Silly grandpa,
market.
Violence doesn't exist.
But it's like the Demolition Man, where the restaurant wars.
Oh God!
And Taco Bell is the one restaurant.
I have not seen that movie.
It'll be
that is the only thing I know about that movie.
Watch the movie; it's a good movie.
I will.
Well, I enjoyed it.
Well, that and
I don't
Phoenix.
know if it's a good movie, but the Three Shells, man. What's with the 3 shells?
Yeah. How do you even use those damn things? Feels uneasy. I don't think we should.
Sorry, I turned into a Goron there for a second.
I thought it was Cubert.
Hubert girl.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was an inkling.
Yes, yes.
No, it was just you speaking Spanish.
Sorry,
Actually,
that was Doodle Bob.
Por favor.
Mas, por favor. Mas, si, senor.
I just imagine him in Spanish class going like,
Bobby, I would now like you to recite the speech in Spanish. Hello, I am Roberto. Well, you got one word right.
Oh. Man, I was terrible in Spanish.
So was I. I think I failed my final project, actually, because I wanted to make a music video, and then I didn't. Or
I wanted to turn in a project.
The problem was
I
I put all this time into investing in it, and then my mic didn't work.
Ooh.
oh boy.
See, the thing about a music
I don't remember.
video
I don't
is
think I didn't
need
fail the
music.
class.
Want to know the most ironic part about me being in Spanish class? I have a Spanish family, Spanish heritage. I can understand it, but I can't speak a freaking drop of it. And I'm just...
So wait, hold on. What does this mean?
It's like Lady
What does
Radical.
hasta la vista mean? What's hasta la vista in Spanish?
It's see you later, pretty much.
Yeah.
What's hasta la vista in Spanish, though?
Okay, you can leave.
I've had people do. I've had people ask that before in Spanish class, like things like that.
Just like as a joke?
No.
Oh.
Oh my God! There was one guy in my Spanish class who pissed me off, and he would always call the teacher Miss Senora Pay. I was like, stop!
I love it.
Just like it was like it's those little things that bother me, like when people don't use the word inception correctly, or when they say, "Would you like some unsweetened tea?"
It wasn't sweetened in the first place.
Yes. Stop putting sugar in my tea and then attempting to take it out.
But
When you're not looking.
I did so bad in Spanish. There's one paper that I did that I always remember.
I wonder what the voice acting in Spanish Hearthstone is like. Dios mío!
Madre socios!
Muy bien!
But yeah, the one paper that I remember, we had to do it in class. We had 10 minutes to do it. And there's like vocabulary, and it was all about money, restaurants, and food.
Yay!
And I couldn't think. We had to write a letter. We had to write a letter to a friend, telling them about our experience at this restaurant. Getting specific, we had to order 2 things. We had to tell them how the service was. We had to tell them how much we paid for it. And I think that was about it. But 10 minutes, and I didn't study. I didn't study those. I didn't study them. But
I had to do that for a final, and I basically just talked like an idiot the whole time, like basic, like anybody can learn this Spanish. Just like, hello, I am Will. I went to this place, and then
I am wearing pantalones.
but okay.
I wore green pants.
Oh yeah, let him finish the story. I love it.
So first off, I forgot all of the we had to use foods that we had learned in the vocabulary list, and the only food I could think of was carnes, which is meat. It's just meat in general. So we had to say 2 foods. So I said I ordered mucho carnes y pantalones. So I ordered lots of meat and pants. And to make it worse, I forgot how to say specific amounts of money, like dollars and change. So I said I paid with muchos gatos, which is many cats. So I paid for lots of meat and pants with many cats, and the service was so good. But what makes us what really sells this is that my teacher read this paper aloud for the class. She's like, I'm not gonna say the name of the person whose paper this is, but they're in this class, and I'm not happy, and I'm just trying to sit there like, oh, this is mine. But yes,
I've met the teachers who are, they accept the fact. Well, a lot of the problems is middle school teachers, they get paid depending on how well their students do.
This was high school.
Well, I mean, public school, school in general. I mean,
yeah,
and that's why I can see why they get upset. But in like college, they totally accept like the fact that you're not gonna have a straight A class, and if you do, you're probably not teaching correctly. You're probably cheating.
Yes.
And I know teachers who accept that, and it's just they know that that's a matter of fact. But the problem is with the public schools, they're saying like they have to pay. They pay the teachers on how well their students do. That's unfair.
Watched a John Oliver thing on that recently. Don't like John Oliver?
No, the whole situation.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Back to the Hearthstone.
The what?
Hearth.
Oh, I thought you
the
said hair steam. I'm like, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of hair
pretty
steam.
steamy in here.
Jeez,
how long have we? Yeah, it's been a while.
A million years.
And but yeah, so Hearthstone, I'm still gonna keep. I mean, I've been playing it the whole time. I did take like a 4-month hiatus for some. Yeah, I don't know why.
Hookshot Hobo.
No, I got like hooked on another game. I just got bored of playing it.
Did it involve a hobo that you got hooked on?
Nah.
A hook?
Yeah.
From the hobo?
Hackshot Ooh.
Harpoon
Hackshot.
Herkshit. Hopefully I'll have that podcast out soon and you guys can learn how me and Colin went through our design process because it's so interesting.
Oh! So interesting. Anywho.
I mean, it was a long process, but it was fun. We made a game.
Yes. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep playing Hearthstone.
And I'll keep kicking your butt.
I'm gonna rise up as the third army.
Yeah.
And just come in.
You will.
You cannot beat the Bobby agenda.
Yeah, you can't beat my agenda.
I'm just like Rampage Jackson over here. It's the best name ever.
Rampage Jackson. It's got a ring to it.
Well, so I'm gonna give Hearthstone a good 9 out of 10 on the Bobby agenda.
IGN 10 out of 10. It was okay.
That's the new show title, the Bobby Agenda.
Gonna give Hearthstone a 6 out of 10 on the it didn't upset me meter.
On the Richter scale.
Between 6
on the Richter scale. Whoa!
I dropped my iPad while playing on the toilet and it loosened my bowels.
Did more for me than my doctor could. And I paid for the doctor.
Paid for the Hearthstone too.
Okay. And Will, you know what the next game of the month is going to be?
I don't know. It could involve Thunder and Rising.
Does it? Wait, where does the thunder come from?
The ground.
My bowels.
Thanks to Hearthstone. Everybody play Hearthstone.
So yeah, the next game we will be playing, I believe, is called Rising Thunder, or is it Thunder Rising?
Revengeance.
I love the Japanese names of like games where like it's extended. It's like superpowers and thunder rising from ground into sky.
Mad Max.
You know what Army of Darkness was called in Japan?
What?
It was called Captain Supermarket.
Was it really?
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Wait, what? I wonder what food fight in Japan is called.
Food to fight.
Food to fight! Eat the salad. Upset dog shit.
Lunch break quarrel.
Lunch break quarrel.
No, that's what's called in Britain.
Oh, okay.
Fever Dream Junction.
Is Charlie Sheen an actor?
That's the name of the name of the movie. Tiger Blood.
Oh god, Christopher Lloyd is in that.
Oh, that's right.
How? What is that movie?
You're a genius. We still need to watch that. Anyways,
yeah, we will. As well as the Mario Brothers movie. So yeah, Hearthstone. It was a great game. Next game we're playing is going to be a fighting game, which I'm terrible at and don't play many of.
I played a little bit of Mortal Kombat.
I like
I
Brawl.
had fun.
I
Yeah,
like
Brawl.
Smash.
Here's let me let you all in a little secret. I play all the fighting games.
What'd you call me?
Oh, I don't know. Big jerk. No.
But yeah.
Gatos his
So you'll,
pantalones.
you'll be the expert next month.
Yes, I will be the expert, but
Yes.
I will be mainly looking at your guys' reaction and then talking based on that.
Yes. I don't play many fighting games except for like Smash.
It's a lot.
It is
it's
the only fighting
It's
game
a lot
I
of
play.
fun, guys. I think you'll be quite surprised at its simplicity.
We'll see about what I see about that.
Everything else, maybe.
All right. Until next month, you can email us at gameofthemonth@gmail.com. The link will be in the description. Our next game is going to be Rising Thunder. That will also be in the description. And we encourage you to play Hearthstone and maybe play with us one day with the professionals. What level is your highest character?
16. Is that high? I don't know if that's high.
No, I don't even know. I think I have my highest at like 40 something.
Nice. So I'm almost there.
Not really. It takes like a long time to level up things after a certain point.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
how it is with all games.
And it's because once you get all the basic cards, that's done. But like all the leveling up after that is getting gold versions.
I'm at like a
of
level
the basic
21.
cards.
I just remembered.
Yeah, you got all the basic cards for everything then. All right, until next month, we will see you around.
I'm Colin, and this is Bobby.
Stay
Hi.
frosty.
Will. And what was it? What was the squid thing?
Get back in your cage! Don't make me get the hot urine!
Oh no, the squid monsters are attacking!
Are we really ending the podcast
I
and
don't
us
know.
just making random noises?
We could cut that out.
No, you're not the boss.
It
of
could
me.
be a cliffhanger for the next episode.
We just continue it.
Last time on Game of the Month podcast.
This week. Okay.
Well, that was a close one.
So my
There's the
throat's
abridged
destroyed.
version of the podcast. It's all of us just going, woo!
All right, until next time, we will play games and you will hear us talk about them later.
And you'll like it.
How interesting.
I'm Bobby, and what the hell is in my ear?
Me.
Ba-ba-ba.
See you next time.